Hello. I am just Charles 009, and I'm here to give you my opinions about One Piece 1105. So, in terms of pacing structure, the chapter really starts out with a conversation between Vegapunk and Saturn, and it seems as though their philosophical differences when it comes to science is kind of coming to a head, where Vegapunk is very much for the furthering of all mankind. Saturn is just for the furthering of himself. The reason why himself, I would almost hesitate to say himself and the Tenryubito, because Saturn comes across as the type of person who would betray the Tenryubito if he actually had the capacity to do so, and he wasn't just the weakest of the group. And then he also hands down the order for the pacifistas to stay there. I think he is planning on destroying the pacifistas now, with a further rebellion of Kuma and Vegapunk not being on their side anymore. It seems as though he's not completely and totally sure of his ability to control the pacifistas, so I think he might just be kicking that entire program to the curb, along with his willingness just to destroy the rest of this island, because the sheer lack of surety about what's actually taking place there. Then we see Sanji leaving after he's departing Bonnie, Frankie, Raph, and Kuma's possible body. He might still be locked up in there, we don't know. And he is going back to try and see if he can snatch Vegapunk up and get away. Zoro is actually still fighting Rob Lucci, and Jinbei is going to get him so he doesn't randomly get lost. Brook is actually freezing the clouds with Wrath so they can take the boat and deposit it somewhere else. So that means they can actually take it and, escape. And the Buster's Call is getting ready to start towards the end of the chapter, where Kizaru stops Bonnie, Frankie, and Kuma from escaping inside the vacuum tube, which really makes it seem as though that I'm not really sure how much Kizaru really cares about these people. Early in the chapter, it seems like he might have, but it might just be Vegapunk and God, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But the other scientists that he actually cares about, and the rest of them he may just have a level of indifference to, because he's actually spent time with those two. It also shows Luffy is full now. He actually got a hold of some food, so that means his restoration process has begun. But I don't think he's going to clash with Kizaru again. And then we are shown another crew or another group of people who are coming to Egghead Island, and we're not sure who they are. My running thought is it's either more than likely the revolutionaries, but it's also a possibility of it being the Blackbeard Pirates, because we have already seen their Jolly Roger flying out on the exterior of Egghead, and they may be there to see if they can raid the island a bit and see what they can come away with instead of a very Blackbeard-esque fashion. In terms of characters, Saturn is shown to be a despicable human being, and that's done nothing but continue this time around. So, if you're expecting him to be a better person, don't. He sucks. Kizaru is shown to have some level of discomfort about what's going on here, but now is not really the time for him to be questioning his morals and his ability to move forward, because he has one of the Tenryubito standing right next to him in Saturn. I'm pretty sure all 5 of the Tenryubito are stronger than the Admirals are, but I can't say Saturn, based upon these last few chapters, has put it in the best showing. But you know how power scaling in One Piece works. It kind of doesn't. So, don't be surprised if he comes out and he's like, I'm super strong later. Vegapunk just seems to be very dejected about the path that he has taken. Like, it seems to be the worst choice that he could have possibly have made. And it seems like it's just all coming to a head. and all the choices and all of every single thing that it's just all falling down. The island is going to be destroyed. All of it research doesn't seem like it's still going to be a thing. It just seems like everything's just falling off the wheel. The wheels are falling off the wagon, and he's just coming to realize that because the ship that he sent away, the Marines actually sent the ship to go destroy that thing, and he thought that he would be the only target inside of this situation. And Saturn is of the opinion that no, anybody who was here could be culpable, and if they could be culpable, we gotta handle them. And those are the major people that we have in this thing. In terms of the story, it hasn't moved forward very far. It is very much doing the One Piece wind down, as I would say it. It is a very slow, very methodical. We're trying to cross all our T's and dot all our I's and procedurally go through and make sure we don't lose nothing gets lost in the sauce, proverbially. So, there we go. Now, in terms of the overall story, I think, this chapter is kind of a miss for me because like I said, inside of the story section, there was very little forward progress. But this is kind of part and parcel for One Piece overall. So, I wouldn't per se worry about it. It's, as we start moving downhill, it's going to move faster and faster and faster. So, it's only to be expected. So, thank you, and have a nice day.